And how are you guys today? Besides all the work and the the
All
worries
good.
of
Mostly
the
good.
normal life.
mostly, mostly good. Mostly good. Looking forward to playing tonight
Yes.
Yes.
for sure.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I need this.
Well,
It
hopefully,
hasn't been a good week, but
Been a
now
long
we
week.
now it's better.
hopefully we all can make some give you the the fun that you need on your week, my friend, because we are online now and we are about to begin. So, uh, where did we left off on the last session? Who can give us a brief summary?
Okay, I'll do it. So, okay, our heroes finally reached milestones and got a room in a tavern uh, whose madam was a friend of Vida, and she also told the party that the old orphanage in which Vida grew up was closed, and the kids that were in there were actually sold. Something that made Urist very, 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 very mad. Um, Chandara and Blythe went to the um, what was it called? Let me check the uh, the 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 horde, the dragon's horde. That was basically it was a huge library that was owned by a dragon who was on some sort of a curse. In there, they looked for information about Chandara's god, and um, Blythe researched both her spells and tried to get some information about the Head King. She didn't get much, but um, we got a couple leads, and one goes to the swamp where our heroes actually sent like half of their enemies. So they should arrive there. It would be a very populated swamp,
Yeah.
and there's a half-elf wizard, which is in the city, if I got it correctly, that they can actually talk to, and that might know something about the head king, who may or may not be a fae or some sort of outsider.
Hmm. Yes. So,
Ned prepared his show and got some places to go to ply her trade as clairvoyant, and I guess that's all, right?
okay.
Did I miss anything?
Yeah, it was a roleplay heavy session. So,
Yes.
uh,
Yes. Also, Chandara and Blythe made a contract, and now Karavida owns herself. Very important point.
It's most important point of the episode of the
Exactly.
session.
Very, very emotional.
Yes, very, very emotional.
very much. Okay. So, um, do you guys want to start now? Everyone reunited after you split for uh, the girls, Karavida, Blythe, and Dara went to the library while Ned was playing and Urist was buying weapons and
Yep.
He
Besides,
went
like
to the
Urist has
market.
to. Mhm. Besides, Urist has to wait to receive information from the madam
Hmm.
as to where Agnes is to have a chat.
Hmm. Yeah.
We
Can
can
we
all meet up
consider
and
that? Oh, can we consider me having used that time to copy one of the spells as well from the book, since that was my whole point of going there from the
Uh,
Bard book, not the Necromancer book.
oh, the normal book. Okay.
Yeah. Not the no. I didn't whip out the Necromancer book to the guy I just met.
Why stress? Okay, for the normal book, actually, I don't remember if we were making checks and whatnot. I think I mentioned that it followed the normal rules for you to copy to like a spell for your book. Only the necromancer has this different.
Cool. I just wanted to above board it that I did spend the time to do that.
Oh, okay, okay.
So while we were there, yeah. Cool. So I'll take one of the second levels there. Cool. Thanks.
Hmm.
Awesome. Yeah, but I'm down with us starting back together to reconnect if everyone else is.
Okay. So let's say after that, then the four of you are reunited while Ned is rehearsing in the other room. You asked him to join you, but he said, "No, I have a big gig, so I'll prepare." And he turns into clairvoyant, and you can hear him his show being rehearsed on the next room. So you are all
Okay.
reunited once again. What do you do?
Uh, okay. So I actually got pretty much everything I need. Lemmy here has been silvered. I got a new crossbow, and as soon as I get word from the madam, I will have to take a leave of absence of an hour or so because I have someone to talk to. And besides, um, I would like to tag along with you, Vida, regarding this orphanage thing. I want to know
Okay.
who did it. And I need explosives. A lot of explosives. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. How
I
about you,
assume we
ladies?
Sorry, what was
Go ahead.
that?
Go ahead, Dara.
I assumed we were going to go talk to the whole people with the orphanage all together.
Yeah, I think
I mean, I
that's
just
kind of our next steps.
Okay,
assumed we're going to do everything together. That's what we do.
okay.
I mean, if you want to leave me alone in the city, I'm cool. I'll find something to do.
No, let's all come together. Let's. Blythe's gonna look down and look at Vita and just kind of survey everyone and say, I think we've got a lot of things to do here, and a lot of things we need to do to be ready to take bigger steps. I know I don't feel like I'm ready to face down a lot of the things I think that are coming for us or that we're coming for. So let's start with some low hanging fruit and figure out what's going on with this orphanage together.
Yep.
Okay.
Sounds like a plan.
All right. Let's go then.
All right. We'll have to catch Mother Wren's attention and find out where the sisters have been occupying themselves since the orphanage closed, I guess.
Hmm. Okay.
Right. Let's go. Let's go talk to her then.
Yeah.
As you expected, she is very busy most of the time, doing her work at the tavern. But when she does have a time to chat with you, she comes to you and says, "I'm sorry, Vida. Today is a very busy day. If you want to,
No, it's fine.
You want to... if you need to find the Turtle Sisters, I don't really know where they are working right now, but I know to whom they are working. You see, they too are non-human when it comes to the laws of this city. So they, and you will remember that she looks at the rest of the group. She had some they had some underworldly contacts, if you remember correctly.
Yeah, I remember Rolly.
So if I were you, I would start my search with any. Uh, I'll be frank. You should look with the Corge. You know the Corge, the association of rogues and thieves and...
The guild, yes, yes. All right, we'll find them, and then we'll find the girls.
Oh, by the way, I'm sorry, madam. Have you, uh, do you know where I can find Agnes?
Who is that again?
Um, Fish's mother.
Um, oh, the Black Hound's wife, right?
Yes. Yes.
I know the general area where she lives. They are not very wealthy, so they live in the poorer part of town. Do you have a map of the town? Let's say that you guys have this map that you are seeing right now, and she points to you. I'll draw on the map. 1 second. I want a shape. I want a freehand. She points in this general direction here, this general area that I circled on the map. But her husband is very famous, so it shouldn't be too difficult to find information about her.
That's, thank you. You've been of great help. I'll do the rest myself. Thank you. Good.
Alright.
I have to go back to work now. I wish you all good luck and try not to get in too much trouble.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. I'm gonna set everything on fire.
Not yet.
Slap his hands the second he tries.
Okay, so
Alright, let's
you're
go.
gonna
Open up to the
As
portal
we're-
sisters first.
Yeah. As we're leaving, I'm gonna use my hat of disguise and go from my like human disguise to a gray and white tabaxi.
Oh.
Interesting choice.
Mhm.
I like it.
Somebody's got cats on the brain today.
No, Dara's not liking humans very much right now, so she doesn't want to look like one.
Fair, fair. So I guess we start making our way towards Agnes,
Okay.
and while we're working that way from the other side of the city, Vita will be looking for any kind of signs or directions on any kind of structures or any symbolism that she would recognize with her thieves' cant to help identify a meeting place or an information post for the local rogues.
Okay. Um. Okay, so what I'll have you guys do is this. Vida, I want you to make either a perception or an investigation check. Your choice.
Alright.
And after that, I'll have each one of you to roll a d6.
My guide Vita. Give guidance.
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Alright.
6 for my d6.
Let's see, investigation. Advantage.
It's a default.
Yeah, I don't think it was advantage. I think it was a d4. Or
Oh, a d4. Okay, so 12 and then
13.
13.
Yes. That.
And your d6, Vida?
Alright.
Consistency.
It's not popping up. I'm guessing another 1 though.
No.
No, it's a 5.
Oh, oh there it is.
Five.
Another 5. 3 5s. And a 6.
Take it.
Okay. So, turns out, whenever you roll a 1, then we have a combat encounter, and whenever you roll a 6, we have a non-combat encounter. So,
Unless we make it a combat encounter.
yeah, there's always there's always that. Okay, so Vida, you were on the look for specifically trying to use your thieving and your streetwise to uncover hidden messages that might have been spread through town that only a thief can understand it. As you all were walking through the city, you left the most rich part, not exactly rich, but the more, I don't know if that word works as the same as for us in Brazil, but the more bohemian part of town. That makes any sense?
Yeah,
Bohemian
like art.
style. Yeah.
Yeah, like the artsy part of town. The like free flowing.
Yeah. Okay, so it's the same meaning. Nice. So you left that part where you were at the Tugs, Hugs, and Mugs. If I didn't misremember the order of the words, but after you left Mother Rem's tavern, you suddenly felt the shift on the ambient of the city. Where once the city was full of well-dressed folk and full of large and well-decorated and well-kept buildings and streets, it is now more of a for lack of a better word, more of a slum where you're heading. You see that the houses and the streets are each time more and more less inviting and less and not as well kept as it was before. And the folk starts looking at you with different eyes this time. Whether before you either drew too much attention for your not your fanciness, but like the attention that you drew before, it was because you were a adventuring party, so a more you draw attention because you were like this group of people walking with weapons and whatnot. But now you draw attention because you don't look the part. You feel like you are being watched at every corner that you take. But eventually, you manage, with an amazing luck, you manage to find a familiar face. You remember that someone in Torpe asked for you to meet her if you ever come to Mons Domus, but you end up finding Lexi by accident as you were walking through the streets. She quickly recognized you, and and even before your eyes had met her, she screamed across the street, "I don't believe it! It's you guys! Come here, friends!" And she walks towards you with her arms open as like she is about to hug the entire party of 4 people.
I run up and I hug her.
Well,
Stealing my moment.
don't tell me
No,
you.
sorry. Get in here, Vita.
Also, you're a random tabaxi. She's never met.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she doesn't even ask.
Hi, Lexi. Good to see you again. If you haven't guessed, this is Dara, by the way.
I remember you quite different, but I guess this is a elf thing, right?
No, you sold me the
Uh,
hat.
Oh,
Well, you gave the hat to
yeah,
Vita.
it was I that gave you the
Yeah.
hat. Obviously, the DM
Yeah.
wouldn't forget that.
Never.
Only me.
Lexi might, though. Lexi might.
Well, she didn't sell it to you. She sold it to Vita, so...
Yeah, that's true.
Well, don't tell me you are lost on your way.
Vita's been making hand movements within eyesight of Lexi. Basically letting her know that, hey, we need some information, so that we're not saying it out loud where somebody might overhear it.
Okay. She asks, well, since you end up all the way out here, and this is my town after all, let me show you a place that I like very much. Here, walk with me. And she takes you to a much less luxurious and fancy tavern than the one that you have been before. But she goes directly to a table far off in the distant corner, and she sits down. She doesn't make any sign to the bartender. She doesn't say anything, but the bartender brings on a plate 5 mugs of ale, and she serves each one of you.
Blythe's just gonna look at the cup and sniff the ale a little bit before taking a massive swig and setting it down.
So,
Thanks.
how can I help you?
Well, Lexi, we were hoping you could help us with a couple things. We're looking for 3 Tortle sisters who used to run an orphanage. And we were wondering if perhaps your associates here might have a few jobs that needed doing.
You promised not to burn down any taverns this time.
Hey, we didn't do that.
Right. We promised to try our best to not have any taverns burned down around us this time.
Better.
Well, actually, in a larger city like this, it is much more easy to get away with burning down a tavern, for example.
No, Urist, don't even think about it.
Interesting. I wonder if that's something I can work on learning how to do.
I can help you with what I know about this subject if you want, but I think this is for another time.
Another time, another time. I've got plenty of other things to learn.
And for a trio of turtles, I think I've seen those good-hearted turtles in not too long ago, but I not I am not I don't personally know them, so I don't know exactly if I am able to reach them. Do you want? Are you in a hurry, Vida? You need that information like right now?
I mean, as soon as possible would be good, but it's not like life or death immediate now.
Take some work on while you try and track that information down.
Yeah, if you've got anything that needs doing or any jobs that need clearing, we could definitely work on that while you find out what we need to know. A little, give and take there.
Wow, so you are actually looking to work for the Corge. I did not expect that. You understand what that means, right?
Well, we're not looking for like exclusivity. We'd like to keep our options open if possible, but Vita's gonna confer with the group real quick, just like, hey, if we agree not to work against their purposes, you think that would be okay?
It's the Corge.
Basically, it's the local thieves guild and assassins. Your basic never-do-wells, the underbelly of the city.
That sounds fun.
I would like to try and stay away from seeking out to kill people if possible. Like, if they die, it happens, but like, I'm not quite there yet to like assassinate somebody unless they like really deserve it.
Well,
Really
I mean,
deserve it.
we can ask for a variety of jobs and pick what we think works best for us. I mean,
I don't see that anything could be wrong with that then.
and then we'll turn back to Lexi and apologize for being so rude, but yeah, if you can give us like a list of things or some options that might need doing that we could like choose from, and
Well, these times are not as one day once was, where our guild had plenty of jobs, of opportunity of jobs all the time. Unfortunately, I am running kind of low on that matter, but I have one job that I think it fits the likes of you pretty much on spot. There is a
Okay.
not so liked by a nobleman that lives in the city, and it happens that he's out of town by making some uh, noble night quest or something like that. And it happens that his state is not too well guarded, but
Wait,
we wouldn't want
he's
to draw too much attention to it. The
he's
uh,
he's he's a Silver Lake, isn't he?
oh, you already know him?
We ran into him on our way into town. We'd love to fuck his shit up.
Oh boy, this will be great.
Ina just kind of gives her head a little shake at their enthusiasm. Just like, you guys, they're gonna pay us less if they know we're gonna do it for free anyways.
Oh, sorry.
But she doesn't say that, but that's what's going through her head.
Anyway, sorry, didn't mean to rudely interrupt you, but please go ahead, Lexi.
Oh, no, well, if you already are familiar with him, so I think that makes everything easier. Really. Um,
Yeah.
the, I'm, but I'm curious. What exactly it is that you have against him?
Well, he one was kind of a dick to
He's a
us.
snotty, pompous, nose in the air jackass that tries to get everybody to do his work for him.
Yeah, that.
Well, nothing new under the sun. But
No, that's nobles for you.
okay, so there is a family heirloom that it's rumored to be on his that that he probably wouldn't take to a war or a battle, whatever it is that he's up to. The court wants it, and but the thing is, if we could keep ourselves hidden, what I mean is, we don't want to make a scene. We don't want other noblemen to think their possessions are in danger, and we surely don't want a tragedy to make him gain more political power. So we don't want to draw too much attention to it. So you will be in a place full of valuable things, and we don't want him to notice that too much of it is missing. Do you understand me?
Okay.
We get it. Are we planting something or just removing something?
Yeah, that's the part. We want to take the heirloom with us and put something that looks quite like it on its place. Do you think
Do you
Alright.
that's doable?
do you have do you have the thing that looks like it, or do we need to get that made?
Uh, I I think I can provide it to you, but not right now. If you were
Well,
to
look,
to to do that with your own capabilities, that would be better.
What is
is
the
it?
item? Yeah.
The item is a marvelous great sword.
Oh.
Full of valuable jewelry and with a what's the I forgot the name of the thing that you when you shit the sword. I forgot the
Scabbard.
scabbard.
The scabbard.
And a scabbard made of gold, not completely made of gold, but parts of gold.
I'm not sure we can have something like that made up.
We're new to town, so our resources and that kind of thing are just a little limited right now. Um, if you guys could provide it for us, or provide us the money to have a facsimile made, we would be able to do it. But we can't. We don't have anything like that on us, or the capability to make anything like that at the moment.
I understand it. Okay, but there is one detail. Let us meet tomorrow in the same tavern. Um, it can be at the same time that we are here right now. And I'll give you a replica of the sword, obviously made from less expensive materials. So if I can
course.
make a sword at the same valuable, then what's the point? But
Right.
Of course.
his family heirloom is enchanted. So I'll need you to go to a friend of mine that can draw some magical runes or something like that and make the sword glow in the dark, something like that. So he would not notice the difference. Okay?
Okay. Okay.
Perfect.
Perfect.
One other thing about this job, Lexi. Can you get us information on any kind of servants or guards around the building? Anything we might run into?
Uh,
We c- Blythe is gonna we could also do some recon in the time in the
Yeah, we can do
interim.
that too.
Yeah.
Yes, that is kind of expected of a agent of the Court. So I know you aren't just still a considered agent, but I mean I risking my position on the guild giving you such a high an important job. But that is only because I trust you.
We appreciate that, and we will do our best not to let you down.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Saying, where is his estate? Just so we don't draw attention by asking around for where it's at.
Do you have a map?
Come on, shoot it out.
Where is the map? Oh, it's no. I was in another map preparing something. His property is this right here, and she draws it on the
Okay.
right side of the map.
Thank you so much, Lexi. One last question. What is the pay for this job?
I can give you each 100 in advance, and when you bring back the price, I can give you 500. Does that sound fair to you?
I think, in terms for me, I think she's gonna look at everybody kind of. I think that sounds good for me.
I am waiting for Vida to say something. That's her turf.
Yeah, that sounds fair. Since we're not a really known commodity, and you're taking a chance.
Be to begin the work.
Okay. Good for me then.
I'm in.
Okay. And here's your little friend is accompanying you, right? Nedgar, I think.
Yes.
It depends on how many performances Clairvoyant has going on, I think.
Okay.
Yes, Nedgar it will be assisting with us tomorrow, I believe. If he will be integral part of this plan, absolutely.
Okay, so here's his part, and his upfront part, and another bag of 100 coins.
Thank you, Lexi.
You will find that the court pays very well for people who can show results.
Noted.
Good.
It was wonderful running into you, Lexi. Is this where you occasionally hang out?
Actually, no. I usually rent a room in a very fancy inn on the wealthier part of town. But I was running into some old friends here and that live around these parts. Just making.
Oh, fate smiled upon us this day, then.
Yeah. What are the odds?
Excellent.
Oh, by the way, do you by chance know where the wife of the Black Hound lives?
You mean Agnes?
Yeah, Agnes.
Mind if I ask what exactly is that you want with her?
Remember Fish?
Yes.
Remember what happened to him and how he was abandoned?
We just want to make sure that they're reminded that they have children back in Thorpe that need taking care of.
No. Absolutely not.
Blythe is gonna shoot a look at Urist and send a message. We don't need to openly say we're trying to murder people when we're trying to find them.
So anyway, I just want to talk to her, discuss the matter at length. Yes?
In that case, my friend, I won't be able to convey that information to you. You see, um, she did some very wrongs on her life, and I think she knows that as well. But well, haven't we all? And I like her as a friend of mine, so I surely don't want something bad to happen to her.
I see. Okay. I I understand your point of view. I may not agree with it, but I do understand it. I hope this will not sour or our relationship.
Yeah, I hope not.
Mhm.
And she stands up. Well, I hope to see you all here tomorrow.
Thank you, Lexi.
Yes, we'll see you then.
And the prepayment just paid for my spell I copied. Huzzah! Blythe's gonna look at Urist and be like, if you want to find them, we probably don't need to be openly telling people we want to murder them
But
Yes,
I
or
and you
don't,
hurt
can.
them
but I don't want to murder her.
or hurt them.
Yeah, I'm kind of confused about what you exactly want to do, Urist.
Yeah.
Like, what is your plan?
Well, I just want to tell her to never set foot in Thorpe again.
That's where her kids are.
No, that
I mean,
those are not her kids anymore. She abandoned them.
but if wouldn't it possibly be better to try and get her to see that her kids need her? I mean, we're not there to take care of them. It'd be better for somebody to be taking care of them.
They seem like they were old enough to take care of themselves.
They're not elves, dear.
But they're capable. They could walk, they could talk, they could find food themselves. I think you're just getting all worked up about nothing.
No. Okay, follow me here. If she
Where are we going?
abandoned, it was a metaphor.
I don't
If
know
she
what that is.
abandoned her children once, we have absolutely no guarantee that she wouldn't do it again. She is a shit mother.
We also know that her husband is pretty powerful and or at least well known. Maybe not powerful, but seems to be well known in
Connected.
pretty bad circles. We don't know the whole story yet. Could be possible she doesn't have a choice right now, or she may think she doesn't have a choice or is being weak and making the wrong one.
No,
Mhm.
sorry. I am sorry. I am not swallowing this. She had a choice. She could have stayed. No. She could have stayed. She didn't. I don't believe this.
What if it was safer for them to stay in Thorpe than to come here? This place seems not super safe.
I'm not
Was it-
saying she is redeemable, but wouldn't it be better that the kids had someone to take care of them
Yes, but not
than no
her.
one? Then who?
I don't know. I'll find someone. But not her.
I don't know. I just think we've been wrong so far in a lot of our assumptions of situations that we haven't had the full story on yet.
Fine. I mean, if that's the general consensus of the group, I will abide. But
Hey, what about the Turtle Sisters? They could take care of the kids.
Oh, yeah. Or, I mean, regardless, Urist, you're going to catch more flies with honey than vinegar. If you are going to try and track her down, and I'm not saying you're not within your right to do so. I clearly feel strongly about this, and I do think she did a shitty thing, and I think she left her kids in a terrible situation. It's better if you don't let people think you have malicious intent going into it. They're going to be much more likely to give you information if you come off as you just want to have a genuine conversation.
okay, I'll try to do that.
Just a suggestion.
Okay, I mean, like, I can go with it. I see the value in this, but this "I told you so" will go in the book, because I am sure that at some point I will look at all of you and say, "I told you so," and then kill
If you
her.
want to, if you want to kill her, I'll help. I got nothing. I'm not saying anything against that. Like, you want to kill her? Let's kill her.
As much as I want to, I understand that there are more implication, and that we will be making enemies of people we want to be on our side. So I will hold that off for now. But
At least until we get more information.
but I don't want her around those kids under no circumstances. Not her, not her father. And this is non-negotiable. I will not allow it.
Ida just kind of like pats him on the shoulder and says, "Thank you for your restraint, Smasher."
I'm doing this just because you are my friends.
And because Fish would be sad.
Well,
Kid.
the kid doesn't understand everything, I think. And I think Urist is probably right. It's more likely than not that these parents just abandon their kids. But I'd like to hope that there's some reason why.
Ida just kind of glances over at you with kind of a look in her eye and says, "Well, you're probably a better judge of this than I am. Obviously, I don't understand people too well."
Well, I think I understand them less than I thought I did. And then she just finishes the rest of her ale, like in one gulp.
Ida pushes hers over to Urist because she hasn't even touched it.
No.
I'll finish.
Sorry,
Oh.
I don't feel like drinking now.
Oh.
Like, rush over and I like put the back of my hand to his head. I think he's sick. And I cast Cure Wounds on him.
No, I'm not sick. I'm angry. And I don't want to get drunk just because I am angry. Because if I get drunk, restraint goes out of the windows. And then Agnes follows. Twice. Once out,
Weirdly,
once in.
that's weirdly healthy. Yes.
That's actually rather smart and wise for a dwarf.
I'm here for it. Well, not for a dwarf. Just in general, I think. We're moving
Well,
past racial stereotypes.
Yes,
like-
yes.
It looks like the whole wide world is changing me into something. I don't even know what I am right now.
I don't
You're
think
a
you're
friend.
alone in that.
Yes. A friend.
All right.
Let's go scope out a rich dude's place.
Yes.
And find a solo, lonely housewife. Where is Ned
Yeah.
when you need him?
How about how far away is this estate from where we're currently at?
Yeah,
Like travel.
some hours away. It's
Okay.
it's a total different part of town.
Start walking.
Well, are we gonna go see Agnes first, or
Well, I think
No.
Agnes isn't on a time limit, whereas getting recon on this place kind of is.
Yeah. But
yeah?
if we want,
Okay.
if we want to case the place, I have to go back to the tavern and take off the armor. Otherwise,
We could stay far away and let my familiar and Vita kind of scope the place out, and Dara.
good idea.
And you and I can kind of stay back and be like watch.
Well, here's
I
the
can
thing.
also make
Dara-
it quiet.
Dara has the hat. Dara might be better at getting close to the building, depending on the guard situation. She might blend in better.
I mean,
I
I can
think
do this, and I just make myself look like him.
All right. Let's start
think
walking
that's-
regardless.
I think that's step one at getting us in the front door.
Yeah, I can help.
Just
This is
gonna
your
have
show.
gonna have to coach Dara on how to be a elitist dick.
Well, let's go see what the situation is. They said it wasn't super well guarded, so it may be stealth is better than trying to like social our way through. We'll just see what the sitch is when we get there.
I can also
All
like
right.
lend my hat to somebody.
That's true.
Mhm.
Yes, like I got
Watching
a
this
question,
combo
though.
as we walk, as we're walking.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy is going to war. Wouldn't it be logical, like, to bring your magic weapon with you? Why the hell
That
did it
that
bring it at
that
all?
means,
Unless
That-
he can't use it.
or you're assuming that he's going to be doing any actual fighting.
That's true. Armchair quarterback here.
Does he look like somebody who could lift a greatsword or a
No.
longsword?
No,
Like, let's be real.
both valid points. Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know. Probably his father forbade him to pick it up.
Or he has several swords that serve him in different ways. We don't know what the enchantment on the sword does. Maybe it's completely impractical for battle.
Maybe it's cursed.
Maybe he's not strong enough to lift it.
Why would you
Yeah.
put an impractical enchantment on us? Oh, I get it. It's like it's a parade weapon. Ah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's probably like that. It's just for show.
Makes sense.
All right, let's go.
So, question about all these like nobles and stuff. There's a lot of really important people that live here, right? And I still look like the dude as we're walking because I haven't thought about changing back. And does the king live here?
I don't know.
Does he?
Does he?
Do you?
Ariel, does he?
No.
Yes.
I feel like Vita would know that.
Urist, as a former military member.
the king. You can all actually make a history check for us.
Okay.
The ones that would have information about Mons Domus and the Nellarians and whatnot.
I was like, I'm
Okay.
not going to make that history check because I have no clue. I just learned what a king was yesterday.
I didn't mean to do that with advantage, but that's fine. 16.
Yeah, 16.
9.
Alright, Vita.
Right. Okay. So, Blythe, you know that yes, the king lives in Mons Domus. His name is Oren Sinum. He is very, very old, like um, like 80 or something. And yes, he lives in Mons Domus. And Vida, with your 22 on history check, you know that the title king is a little bit disputed because you know that the humans, the dwarfs, and the halflings hail from another continent beyond the Great Sea that is called Nelaria, and there is an empire ruled by an emperor, and this place, Mons Domus, on another continent, on the continent native where the elves are native and other species, it, Mons Domus and all of the villages and towns surrounding it are only a colony. So the ruler
Okay.
of this colony shouldn't name himself a king, yet he does, and others before
So
him
he's
did as well.
so he's like king but serves the emperor basically as the colony ruler.
He's got delusions of grandeur.
Yes.
Gotcha. Very Skyrim of him.
Very America of him.
Excuse me, we use the term president. Okay, that makes sense.
So if he's all old and shit, how do you challenge the king? Like how do you get a new king?
Oh,
He
you wait for him to
dies.
die, and then one of his little brats takes over.
Yeah, that's what
So that-
humans do.
You
Let's
They
be
don't
real.
elect their leaders.
Plus, this place has a council that chooses the next king.
Yeah, you know that he has four sons and daughters. He has three sons and one daughter, and they are next in line after he dies. There's no dispute, nothing like that, unless someone makes a war or something. But the law dictates that it goes down by generations.
Well, and like, let's be real. This was how it was where I'm from, anyways. The person who's officially in charge is usually just a figurehead. There are many, many people behind the scenes, typically doing the actual leading and the actual controlling of the city.
So he
In my
didn't
experience.
earn his. So he became king because his father died. Who killed his
Wow.
father?
Em, is this
Like-
the original, like, governor
Is the-
of the colony, or is this like one of his descendants at this point?
Yeah, the colony itself exists. Mos Domus was founded like 150 years ago, and
Okay.
the war officially ended 20 to 30 years ago. So he is one of many of his. And as far as you all know, has only been this family in power. There has never been like a fight for power amongst other noble families. Only the Sinum
Okay.
dynasty has ruled Mons Domus.
So he didn't earn his power. He didn't prove that he's a good ruler. He was just
Nope.
He just proved that he's luckier than everyone else.
Yes.
Yes.
And one of his ancestors was someone who did something that made other people in power decide that they should be in power.
Weird.
Well, a lot of qualifications go into it.
Yeah, it's no. I'm with Dara. It's impractical. Why can't you just elect your leaders like we do?
Because then the people in power lose their power, and they certainly don't want that.
Humans are an impractical bunch.
Yeah, they are.
Listen, we're not the only monarchy. There's plenty of monarchies.
But you're the first we met. We still have to beat the other ones. So allow us to critique it.
I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong. It's not just humans that are impractical. At the end of the day, whether you're elected or whether you fight for leadership, people in power will do what they can to stay in power, often with corrupt and immoral means.
Oh, no. You are absolutely right. I would spend hours telling you about our election seasons. Have you ever heard of the term lobbying? Because that's what we do.
Throwing things at things?
You have like all the people in the Council of Elders throwing money at everyone to get like the prominent branches and the clans behind them when there's the mood.
I mean, that's what happens with nobles. It's just a different name.
So if you
Makes
want to,
sense.
so if you didn't like the way that the king was leading, you can't challenge him, can you?
I mean, you can. It just a war comes of it.
Not like everybody fighting, like one on one.
No.
Not usually.
Not that I know of, no. Not in Nilarian culture, anyway. I can't speak for other societies or even what the mainland does, but here a lot of people would have to die to overthrow the royal family.
What would happen if the whole royal family died?
Some other rich asshole would take his place.
And I'm assuming there's a
Probably.
lot of rich assholes, aren't there?
Yeah,
Enough of them. Yes.
that's why we have to crumble it from within. You can't start at the top of the pyramid. You have to take out the infrastructure first.
Okay.
Slowly, brick by brick. And Blythe just kind of stares off, like a little dissociating. But it's fine. It's fine. She's fine.
Urist is making mental calculation because he's being literal. It's like, okay, so one barrel here, one barrel there. Yeah, that would do enough
Oh, what-
infrastructure damage.
When I say brick, I mean people. Corrupt people. Just take them out one by one. Strategically, and like you start to like, you can totally see she's kind of got that like Charlie Day from Always Sunny face with the like with the like conspiracy theory. She's like, did she take out here and this one here and this one here? Then it all goes boom.
Yes.
Theoretically,
boom.
anyways.
No, that's doable.
That stops children from other races being sold. It's worth it.
Absolutely.
Well, as you were walking, you still don't know the exact location where Agnes lives.
We're going to the estate.
Oh, to the state? Oh, okay. I thought you were going first. You were closer to Agnes when you met Lexi.
Yeah.
Okay, you're going to the state? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're casing the place.
We want the gold from Lexi before we piss her off.
Okay, so, Vida, okay, you are hiding your
bunny person nature somehow, or you're just walking as normal?
I've got my cloak up, covering my ears, kind of like tucked back, but can't really disguise all this fur. Well, what's growing back at the moment.
Okay.
Right.
And
I still look like Mr. Fancy Pants, though.
okay. So, the lot of you, as you once again change the the how can I say, the region of the city that you are walking right now, sense another change in the way that people look at you. After some 2 or 3 hours walking through the streets of this very very large city, you cross the bridge. You see that the city is very very lake, very rivery because of the waterfall. There's a lot of water canals throughout the whole city, so you have to cross a bridge over one of these canals to reach the richer part of town, where the state of the Silver Lake estate is. As you cross it, you once again sense the shift in the way that people look at all of you. You feel that they are kind of judging the way. That's a very large stretch, but just so you understand exactly what's happening, you sense that they are most of the noblemen, and not exactly noble, but most of the richer folk and the guards are are feeling that you treat your non-human slaves in a very weird way, walking besides them and talking to them as if they were friends. So that's the general vibes that you are feeling from this part of town.
So the second we get into the part of town, I'm going to look at Urist and say, Dara, look at all of us, kind of like pull us aside and say, look, we need to blend in. Dara, you're the one who looks like you're belonging here right now.
I look
Urist,
down at
you and
myself.
I-
Oh shit, yeah.
so you need to be the point. It's as if Urist and I serve you, essentially. And Vita, it might be good if you stick to the shadows right here so you can kind of see what we don't see out in the open.
Understood.
Kind of see things from a different perspective, and Urist and I can act as your servants or your bodyguard and your counsel, essentially, since we are, at the very least, what seems to be acceptable races in Mons Domus, but are clearly not your equals here.
Okay. You devise a plan to walk through the city, and eventually you see in the distance the state. You see that his he has a lot of land, and it's all he has not a wall, but like a fence around built around his property, and you see there's a lot of bushes, a lot of trees, and there in the distance you see a large two-story mansion. You see a lot of people walking and treating to the gardens, to the house itself, and from where you're standing, it's kind of hard to determine the type of people that are there, but you can swear there are lots and lots of elves working as servants, as well as some guards, armed and well-armored guards. That is the first thing that you can tell by looking at it. What you guys want to do now?
What time of day is it? Since you said it was hours and hours away from where we were.
Yeah,
Let's say that it's almost dusk time, so it's starting to. It's the beginning of nightfall.
How,
So
how many guards did you say? Sorry.
If you want specific numbers, give me a perception check to see if you don't miss anyone as you are counting.
Not good for me. A natural one.
Oh boy.
They move so quickly and change spots that you cannot possibly count an exact number.
Just never seen a house this big before.
Dara.
Chandara, you think on the outside there are at least 10 guards.
Okay.
And there could be more on
Um,
the inside.
Interesting. Is there like a kind of little alleyway or somewhere I could tuck away to like get out of sight of the general? Like, because we're kind of just in the middle of the road looking at this house at this point, right? Yeah. Is there like a corner or an alley I can kind of tuck away to like prepare some stuff?
Okay.
I'd also like
Urist-
to while this is while they're doing other things, I'd like to like ritually cast while tucked away detect magic on the front to see if there's anything magical like guarding the gates and things like that.
Okay, detect magic doesn't detect any sort of alarm spell or anything like that.
Okay. I wanna like take a look at the guards. Their equipment. How do they look? Because usually like the standard city guard, as far as Urist know, has leather armor and a spear or a short sword.
Yeah, exactly. They actually their defensive equipment is a little better than the leather armor from the town's guard. You can see that they are wearing chain shirts and a shield, but they all have spears. What they are carrying spears on their hands. They seem to have a short sword each on their sheathted on them, and you can see that most of them have a quiver. So they probably have either bows nearby or on the spots that they are guarding, or yeah, you don't see the bows exactly, but you see that you notice that most of them
Okay.
wears quivers with arrows.
Okay. Do they have horns or signaling equipment?
Yeah,
I expect them to.
yeah. You can from the 10 guards that you see outside, at least 8 of them you can see horns or whistles
Okay.
or something like that.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
They're well organized. Okay.
If we want to, I could try and send the cat in to see if we can see what the inside situation is.
Yeah.
Vita's sticking to the shadows and probably circling the perimeter of the fence, just examining everything that she can see.
I
Looking
can also
for
just
any-
try to walk in.
I just don't want to send you in alone. Yeah.
And they're probably not
I just-
expecting you back this soon.
And without an army.
If we could take out one of the guards, I could look like one of the guards.
That would probably be better. That would probably be a better situation. But this is just recon, remember? Because we don't even have the thing to replace it with yet. So that might be a plan for tomorrow. A good plan for tomorrow is to, like, have you disguise as one of the guards, and that's how you get in.
Do we also want to hang out here for, I don't know, a couple more hours just to see if some of the guards go away at nighttime?
Yeah, like
Yes,
shift
definitely.
change. Yeah.
But we probably should not just stand in front of the house staring at it.
Yeah. No.
Is there, can I just like take a peek around? Is there like any, I don't know, like nice taverns really close by? Like fancy upscaled places?
Yeah, on the other, on the street parallel to the one that you are right now, there is a very nice tavern.
Wonder.
look
So I
over.
wonder. Go ahead. Sorry.
We could get a room, try to get one with a window that looks at the house, and then, you know, make watch from there and keep an eye on the building.
Like this idea. We need a place to stay. Like having a place over here to stay is not the worst thing, anyways.
Can go get us a room while you guys keep watch.
Yes.
Well, let me go get a room, because you're much better at noticing things than I am, if we're being honest.
Okay.
I don't notice things for shit, so... yeah. Blythe is gonna kind of, like, roll her shoulders back and, like, dust off her coat and try and make herself just look as presentable as possible. Like, tuck away her magic books and all of that, and put on nice girl from the small city and walk into the tavern.
Okay.
Before you go, do you need extra gold?
No, I've got 250 right now, so I'm okay. I'm okay.
Okay.
Thank you, though. And Blythe goes into the tavern.
Okay, you walk into the tavern. The tavern is very full, and there's a bard playing there. Yeah. What do you do?
Just gonna go right up to the tavern keep, like the bar, and see if she can find a spot at the bar to talk to the tavern keeper and ask for an ale first, and then once she gets the ale, she'll be like, "So, I've never been to the city before, and it's just absolutely as beautiful as my father said. I was wondering if you had a room that I might be able to rent for the evening, especially one that might have a lovely view of the city."
Remind me, Blythe. How are you? How well are you dressed? Like, are you using fine clothes that only a rich person would have, or are you using normal clothes?
I mean, she definitely, probably doesn't have, nobles person clothes, but she dresses well and likes to present herself well.
Okay.
She knows how to navigate a social circle or two if she needs to.
Okay, so make me either a persuasion or deception check. Your choice.
I'll do persuasion. Damn.
I would say that a tavern person would have a plus 2 to. Oh, I clicked the wrong die. Plus 2 to.
Once again, I'm rolling like shit.
He says, "Oh, really? Then where you came from? Don't tell me you are a farmer girl."
No, my father is a military man. We're from small. Hold on. Where is it? I don't know. I don't remember the name of the place, but it's like a small, military camp, basically, on the coast.
Oh, I see.
Well, most of our rooms are already booked for the night, but well, I mean, depends on how much. If you understand me, he makes he moves the his index finger with his thumb like in a give me money kind of way. How much do you want said room with you? You know,
Well,
I have
I
I have so much debt to pay this month. It's kind of hard. I might need. Maybe I'll have to close the tavern. And
I hate to hear that. I mean, I wouldn't want to assault you, and I'm just a girl from a small military camp with a military hero father. I wouldn't know what such a fine place would even cost. If you let me know what an appropriate price might be, I would be happy to compensate you appropriately. She like bats her eyes.
well, our rooms are usually 5 gold, but since there is already someone in said room, I would have to compensate them. So I will have to give them back the 5 gold, and they will probably
sits
not
down.
tip me at the end. So there's a 1 or 2 gold down there as well. And for the inconvenience, if it's a high-ranking patron, I would say around 30 gold total.
Oh, 30 gold. I mean, that seems fair. You've very much explained why it would cost that much. Do you think, since I'm just a girl by myself here in town, you might be able to do it for 25?
Why the hell not?
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And she does that kind of leap across the bar and throw her arms around him. Oh, you're the bestest.
Yeah, 25. It's worth it. I'll go clean the room for you, lady.
Oh, thank you so much. And we have a room.
Yeah. You see after a while, you see coming down the stairs. You see a skinny man around his 40 or so, very pissed off. He walks fastly to the door, and he opens the door abruptly, making a bunch of noise that everyone notices.
Oh. Eek. Blythe just kind of tries to blend into the bar as much as possible.
Okay, you have yourself a room with view to the state.
Perfect. All right, so I think Blythe's gonna go up first and look out the window, and once she sees them, send a message and say, "I've got a room. The barkeep thinks I'm here by myself, so we just need to be kind of smooth about how we all get up here, essentially. Dara, if you can make yourself look like me, that'd be perfect." Um,
Instantly, I look like Blythe.
Vita, be sneaky, and we'll find a way to get you up here, Urist.
I told
How-
you Okay. I can stay out. It's not a problem.
As long as enough time passes and he's not paying attention anymore. The tavern's busy, so it's not crazy. We just can't all traipse up there in a group. So
Is the room on the second floor or third floor? How high up is the room?
Yeah, it's on the second floor.
Okay. I will just walk in, walk right past, not acknowledge anybody, just walk right up to the room.
Okay. Since you are you sharing the appearance with Blythe, so no one minds. Although you look at the tavern man and he seems kind of puzzled, like he's scratching his chin, trying to understand, trying to remember if he saw Blythe coming downstairs before, but he doesn't mind too much after someone asks orders another ale.
Perfect.
And then when I get up there, I want to look out the window. Does the street seem really busy?
As it gets later and later into the night, you see that the streets are all very. There's no one at the streets anymore. There's one or two carriages passing by, but there's no people coming and going. Like there's no talking on the streets, and the tavern gets quiet as well, very sooner than than on the tavern that you were the night before. You see that people seem to respect the daytime and resting time of others.
So I'll lean out and look at Urist and Vita, and I'd say, "I've got a rope. Do you want me to throw the rope down? You can just climb up."
I mean-
Okay.
It's still only just turning to night, correct?
Yes, now it's, let's say it's around 9 p.m. already. She's
I think
yeah, go.
I think that Vita's gonna stay out for a few more hours, just watching everything, see if there's any anomalies before she heads to the tavern.
Mhm.
Just so she can, like, just in case anything happens, anything out of the ordinary or anything like that. Shift changes, guards falling asleep, anything like that.
If you want, like Urist can stay in your stead. I mean, like he has dark vision.
You had to remind me of that one, didn't you?
Yes.
I gotta get that solved.
I can solve
Yeah.
that. I can
the
give us all
shroud,
dark
yeah.
vision.
Yeah.
Not the shroud, it's the eyes of night.
Right. And then what familiar do I want to send that will actually be able to get through there? I think a spider will get crushed.
But
But it
has
also might
better
be-
chances to be unseen.
Yeah. I think I'll go ahead and flip Daisy to Spider Daisy. Oh wait, no, I can't because I now have the flying cat. That's my like stagnant.
Yeah.
That's my stagnant one. Just kidding. Where's Squidly when you need him?
Well-
Perfect for this.
Since it's night and the cat is small,
You can still try.
like, do an air recon.
Yeah,
Like,
air
Fly
recon.
by.
And if I can find a way to get him in, it'll get in. You know. If not, whatever.
Judging by the time you spent already in the city, you think a cat with wings would draw some unwanted
Too much attention. Yeah, okay.
Not
That's
that
fair.
they would try to kill it, but if a guard sees it, they might. Oh my god! Look at that! It's
It would
mine
put it
now."
up.
And then you
Put it on
block
alert, yeah.
That might be
Yeah,
a
but
good
then I'll just pull
distraction, though.
I'll just poof it out if necessary.
Yeah. But then you
yeah, I'll-
lose the scout.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll go ahead and I'll try and do that then. Yeah, I'll have my cat do like a swoop, like a aerial recon to see if there's anything we missed,
Okay.
or like any good maybe points of entry from up top.
Okay. So go ahead and make us a. It can be a persuasion or investigation using your tracings.
Or do you mean perception?
Perception or investigation, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I
Cool.
said persuasion. Okay.
Is it I just need my stats.
You have its character sheet on Roll20?
Perfect. Where are you? There we go. Perception's 5. Why does it have? Shouldn't have advantage. But so 15.
15? Okay.
Yeah.
What you can see from up there, you still don't find any entrance to the on the upper part of the mansion. But I'll show you the map very quickly here.
Okay.
The manor itself, the interior is on shadows, so all you see is it's outside. So you can see here on the left there is like a outside place here, and you see there's lots of working materials on the outside and trees and nature and this road right here. But from the top of it, from its roof, you don't see any entrance other than an open window here and there.
The left side has a lot of coverage if we had a sneaky friend who wanted to try and get in. Got it. Got it. Okay. Alright. Noted. Yeah, I think the cat is just kind of gonna every once in a while just make swoops as well. Not as frequently as Vita, but Blythe's going to give it the instruction of when people start to come and go, let me know, basically. So she's not having to like stay through the eyes, but like gives it the instruction of like, let me know if anything happens, basically.
Yeah. Make a stealth check for your familiar.
Baby.
Yeah.
Okay. Still. 20. I don't know why it's whispered, but yeah, 20.
Okay. Oh yeah, I think it's on whisper by default. So.
Yes, I flipped it now, but yeah, it was a 20 for stealth.
Okay. Yeah. You can notice the guard shifts and the way they behave, but you manage to stay unseen by them. So you see people come and go. You don't now at this time of the night. You don't see much servants doing anything outside of the mansion, but the guards still do their shift on even by night.
And the numbers don't change. It's still 10 outside as far as we can see.
It's less now. You count 6 guards.
Okay. 6 at night, and no servants outside as well. Okay. Definitely seems like nighttime is gonna be the move.
Yes.
And I will take off my now that I'm inside the room, I'll take off my hat and I'll just throw it down to Urist and Vita and just say, one of you guys can use this to get in.
Yeah.
Because we're probably gonna need to sleep before we try to do this. We don't want to go in tired.
Yeah, I bet Vita could probably sneak up. Would be my guess. Yeah. If we're being real.
So I'll throw it down to Urist.
Okay. I'm climbing up, trying to. Quiet.
Oh, I thought you threw the hat down to him.
I threw the hat down
to attune to the hat.
Ah, okay.
Oh, you have to attune to it. Never mind.
Doesn't it only take a short rest to attune though? Like an hour? So if they're just posted up outside, he can probably attune to it while they're just chilling, watching.
That's true.
That's true.
That's true.
it requires attunement. So yeah.
We don't have
Okay.
enough gear yet to be worried about attunement slots.
Exactly.
Yeah, but only the time that you have to spend. So.
It's,
Uh,
it's an hour. I can do that.
okay, so you spend an hour. As far as you can tell, there's nothing much of noteworthy happening tonight. You see the streets are calm, the house itself, the mansion, everything looks calm and normal. You are now attuned to the
Okay.
hat, Urist. What what you guys want to
Perfect.
do?
Well, put the hat on. Change to wait because alter self
It is disguise self.
doesn't make. Yeah, this guy self. It does make me. It doesn't make me look taller.
Uh,
But
No, it does. It's just illusory.
yeah,
So you
I
like you
think
can
you.
look like Blythe, but if anybody touches you, they'll
Yeah.
pass through the illusion. Or I think it's like a DC 15 wisdom will show that like something's not quite right.
Yeah, you can seem you can make yourself seem 1 foot shorter or 1 foot shorter or taller than you are in real
No,
normal,
I
and you can appear thin, fat, or in between. But as
Okay.
Dara said, if you look taller and someone tries to touch you, where they're seeing your illusion, it just their hand passes through the illusion and they can identify it.
so
no,
a
I
little
can.
shorter than Blythe, but not too much.
No, I can. I can actually peer from the window, get like a short human, use the hat to look like him, and just sneak in.
Okay.
So I do this.
Okay.
Okay. So once we are all in the room, I guess. So what's the plan?
So they do have definitely less guards at night. It's about 6. I really liked Dara's idea about one of us kind of, if we can take out one of them sneakily, having her or Vita, one of the two of them who are a little stealthier than you or I, Urist, pretend to be that guard and go in. I can send my familiar with them. One to serve as a distraction, but also to like be eyes on the inside in case anything goes wrong.
Okay.
So that if we need to come in, we can come help. I did notice too, there's on the left-hand side, there's like a bunch of like construction material, like working materials, like decent tree coverage. That's probably the best place to like try and take down somebody or get in to the actual estate itself, would be my guess.
Okay. Makes sense.
Let me see. What are my spells? What can I do to knock one of these bad boys out? I don't really have anything that's like a subduer.
Uh, if you trust me to go without armor, so I do not clang for 5 miles, I can strangle one with my chain.
I mean, I can make you really quiet for a minute or a little while. Like I can make it so that there's no sound anywhere around you for 20 feet for about 10 minutes.
I also have a new spell that would be kind of helpful, I think, in one of these situations where I can go from one place to I can teleport 30 feet to a place I can see. So that might also be helpful here.
Yes.
Can your familiar see it and then you teleport to it?
Well, I can see through the eyes of my familiar as an action, and the spell itself, I can use some energy to see through the eyes of my familiar, and then a little less energy to teleport.
So
Ah.
if I can get inside with your familiar, you can pop inside.
Yeah, and you can just make sure the coast is clear. Because I also have an unseen servant that might be able to help us.
All the familiars and servants.
I know. The lovely, lovely, lovely thing of a wizard with ritual spells. Yeah, I mean, that might be a good thing, is like, if we get Urist quiet and can, like, sneak in, incapacitate one of the guards, we hide them. That way, Urist is already in there as well.
Thing is I don't know if I can. I don't think I can move my like little bubble of quiet.
It's fine. I think as long as Urist is quiet, the rest of us, you guys have pretty good stealth, and I will teleport in.
Okay.
So we pick a spot outside where the moving stuff is, and then I make my bubble of quiet and have Urist in the bubble, and then we lure a guard over there. Urist whacks him, and then I look like him, and Vita and I sneak in, and then Blythe, can you take somebody with you when you teleport?
No, it's just me. Just me. But Vita moves pretty quickly, pretty like acrobatically, and pretty stealthily.
Yeah, Vita
So
being seen is not an issue.
Yeah.
No one will see
So
Vita.
I think Vita will find a way in. We'll be able to get in the same way we're getting Urist in, essentially. And honestly, it might not be the worst thing to have Vita and Urist go in to knock the guard out.
Mm-hmm.
Because in case Urist doesn't knock them out in one hit. Vita does a lot of damage with one hit.
If she hits.
But Dara, you and I make a lot of noise when we hit.
Yeah.
I can also make sure I have web prepared to try and like restrain the guard if we need to. I wish I had silence.
I'm talking about. That's my bubble of quiet.
Oh, you have that. Okay. Oh, yeah. Bubble of quiet, I'll cast web, and we beat the shit out of him. Sorry, I thought you were talking about pass without a trace. My bad.
No, I was talking about silence.
Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah. Then, yeah, I do web. I'll just make sure I have web prepared, and we can restrain him, and that way the two people who can melee hit, because it's certainly not me, can just beat the shit out of this guy.
Okay, maybe I should have mentioned that earlier, but I was letting you guys go. Remember that the specifics that Lexi gave to you is not like this heist.
Not
never
make a
happened.
scene.
Yeah, this heist.
Oh, true.
If you take down any guards, some people might be stuck. Even if they don't notice the robbery, there might be
They'll know. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, the robbery is the focus, so I guess you can.
But then
You can make a
Okay.
give a reason, like start a fight, and then like give a reason to think that.
or Dara, you just like changed into one of the guards who's leaving.
Urist,
Yes.
I think we may end up giving you exactly what you wanted in the chat. What if we set a different house on fire as a distraction?
Oh no.
No, actually, I was thinking of something better.
What,
So-
Vita goes in alone with a animal companion to assist her with checks?
Because we don't need to set a house on fire. We have the fields. That will send them running.
Well, not necessarily though, because like these guards are just here to guard this house. They probably don't care about the other stuff.
So we
Was the
burn the house down.
next? If it was the house next door, they would run to help so it wouldn't spread to their master's house. Maybe.
Yeah, that's why I want to set the fields on fire. Because they are the master's property. Even if they are the house guards, who will tell the master when he comes home that the fields got burned and nobody did anything.
Can they even see the
Oh.
fields from here?
Sorry, that was a read.
Can they see the fields from here? Yeah.
The you mean the gardens on the estate?
Yeah, I don't think
No.
they don't. He doesn't have like fields or land like that.
Yeah, on the map it doesn't show, but there are more fields and gardens beyond that.
Yeah, that's
what the map shows.
I wonder
Our-
if maybe that's our like crisis option, because I still think that's gonna draw probably like attention to that something happened. We might just try pure stealth to start.
Yeah. Are we just overthinking
Yeah.
it? Like, should
Yeah.
Vita and I just sneak in?
So, question: are any of the windows on the second floor open, like unlatched?
Yeah, you the tracing could see that there are some windows that are opened, like spread open.
And we're talking like what, 10 feet up, 15?
From the ground,
Yeah.
it's a very big house, so like 20 feet up. 20 to 25.
If I was just a little bit stronger of a cleric, I could get us up there.
Ah, what is my jump? I forget. Jump distance is the same as. Jump distance is equal to half my movement, or
Isn't that forgot the name of your race? Sorry.
well, I have my
Harvey.
rabbit hop ability, but I'm wondering like just a regular
Oh,
jump
no.
action.
No, it's based on your strength, isn't it?
Okay.
High
I-
jump. When you make high jump, you leap into the air. Number of feet equal to 3 plus your strength modifier.
Okay, so
Also-
never mind
10
that.
feet immediately before the jump. When you make a standing high jump, you jump only half that distance. So it's 3 plus strength if you run 10 feet before jumping.
Also, instead of sending the familiar in with you all, we could go back to the idea of using the familiar as a distraction.
Yeah, and then Vita and I sneak in.
I could totally
Oh.
have the cat run in and me like come up all panicky and be like, "Oh my god, my cat! Can you help me find it?"
So there's an option here. Vita could use the rabbit hop ability to get halfway up to one of the second story windows, cling to the side of the house, and then do another hop to get into the window. All in the span of 12 seconds.
That's more than enough time for me to have like try and draw as much attention to the guard and be a hysterical mess in the front of the house.
okay. Good work. And like if everything goes like tits up, I can still set the fields on fire.
I think that can be our crisis option, but like
That doesn't
If we
happen
don't
unless
have
you
to-
get a message.
yeah, and you've got the message earring, so that's perfect. Yeah, I think that's the simpler and probably smarter stealthy way to go.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yep.
All right, well, let's get some sleep and then let's go meet Lexi tomorrow.
Let me see what spells I'm going to prepare for tomorrow. I do also have color spray.
Yeah, but colors plays. I think it's highly visible.
No, but like if we need to like if things go tits up and like we need to, I'm not necessarily gonna pack a bunch of my like offensive spells. It's gonna be more about like distract, get the fuck out of here spells, basically.
We need covertness more than anything.
Well, I can't help with that, but I can help with like if things go good tits up, I can have a web ready to go. I can have a color spray ready to go to like incapacitate people so we can at least get out of there. Because we're definitely not going to be able to beat all of them.
Was it? I think I saw something in the chat. Was it Ned or Urist that was thinking about getting thrown in jail?
Ned.
Yeah.
Because we could always have a human-looking Dara and Ned start a fight in the street out front, a very loud, visible fight.
Well, I don't think we're going to have Ned with us.
Right.
And I don't
And-
want to risk going to jail. They might take my hat.
Yeah, if they find out that Dara's not human, that's a whole other
And not even not human. If they find out that I'm drow,
really bad.
Straight to the gulag.
So
Yeah.
the dirty dwarf tries to steal the human lady's purse, and she starts screaming?
Or I think the weird, funky, familiar thing that's super adorable and a hysterical woman is also just as distracting, and it leaves Urist to be in place to light the fields on fire if we need to.
Yes.
True. Just thinking of
And it
like
doesn't-
diversions
doesn't-
that.
It doesn't risk Urist being thrown in jail.
Fair. Okay, that works.
And then what I was just more saying about like what spells I pick to do, I'm not going to do a bunch of offensive spells. I'll have a couple, but like at the end of the day, getting us out of there versus getting into a fight is going to be a better like plan Z, basically.
Right. Okay.
I'll do fine with a guiding bolt and then my like distraction spells, basically, if we need to.
Well,
Okay,
guys,
let's nap.
what do you guys think about a 5-minute break right now? As you take your
Perfect.
long rest, you prepare your spells.
Yep.
Okay, so
Let's do it.
be right back in 5.
Okay. Back in 5.
All right.
Thank you, 5. too. Me too.
My wife that doesn't speak English is making fun of me. Every single time I say I'm back, she imitates me like, I'm back. Foi? Sim, porque ninguém dá ração pra ela. Eu já dei ontem de noite e hoje de manhã. É, isso aí. Olha lá elas comendo. Então, parece que estão, né? Não sei. Eu que te pergunto. The cats assaulted the food pot, I think.
Ah, the food bowl.
Yeah, bowl.
I just remembered I didn't eat dinner, so leftover pizza it is.
Yes.
Yeah, we ordered a night food thingy. We have here a very specific southern Brazilian fast food. It's not fast food because it's not like a one big brand, but it's like a bunch of different places that make it. That is called a cheese, and not and it's because of cheese burger, because of the word cheese in English, but we abrasileated it to cheese. It's X-I-S, cheese, and it's
Yes.
unique to Southern Brazil. You go to São Paulo or to Rio and you don't find it anywhere else. Like there, it's the regular hamburger like anywhere else, and it's very much tasteful, and it's my favorite. Yeah, my wife is learning
That's an int-
Japanese actually. I just want to say that.
That's awesome. I got to, so my two of the people in my cohort, one's from India and one's from Ghana, and they've never had Cuban food before, so I got to introduce them to Cuban food last week. It was so much fun. So good.
Nice. Yeah, it's a pity on my city and on my state. There's not it's not common to have like restaurants of different culture dishes like there is in São Paulo, for example. Like it's very rare to find. I think I know a place that sells Thai food. And there's a bunch of sushi places, but nothing like Indian food. I don't even know if that exists here in Porto Alegre. So
We don't have good Indian food here. It's very disappointing. But thankfully, the guy from my cohort will cook for us every once in a while. He'll make us some curry or he'll make us some masala. It's so good.
well, so we are all here then.
Yes.
I think so.
Okay, so after a night of planning out your strategy for the day, another day rises, and what do you do?
Oh, I would have gotten my hat back once. Once the
Yeah,
Urist
yeah,
was in
of
the room
course.
and read
Of
him.
course. You can have your hat back.
Thank you. Don't want to die.
We're gonna head back to the tavern to go get the replica.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, let's fast forward. You are in the tavern right now, waiting for Lexi. She is a little bit late, but eventually she comes and she is bringing on her back. It's not only the scabbard, but it's all how can I say it? It's hidden in this it's almost like there is a blanket on top of it, and it's all tied in rope. So you see that the shape of a sword, but you cannot from the outside you cannot tell how it looks exactly. and she brings it and puts on the table. First of all, Urist, you are the first one to notice this. She said that the heirloom was a great sword, and this sword looks smaller than a great sword. It's kind of like that bastard sword that it's 1.5 hands, you know.
Ma'am, I don't want to be picky, but that's not a great sword. That's a claymore.
Um, you're kidding, right? I
Nope.
specifically asked for a great sword.
No, this is a claymore. I start to can somebody give me like a pen and a quill and some paper? I think I
Nathan,
need to show
Blythe immediately whips out like paper and pen.
Okay, see? And Yuri starts to draw. This is a long sword. This is a claymore. This is a great sword. See the hilt? See how large is the blade? This is a great sword. It should be at least like 1.5 longer and at least twice as larger than that.
Well, question, Lexi. Does this guy need to like forever not know it was taken, or just not know for a while it was taken?
Well, that depends. If he eventually finds out all about it, and let's say it's some months from now, maybe he'll not. Maybe he'll think that's because of something else. Maybe he thinks one of his servants took it. The thing is, we cannot. He cannot pass through his mind that it's a job of the court. That would be very bad for us.
Because he's going to be gone for a bit. He's out on the road. He's out on an adventure that he might not even make it back from, if we're being honest. And realistically, while Urist noticed the difference between a greatsword and a claymore, this guy doesn't strike me as the type to do so. To know a lot about swords.
Trust me, he's not. I've seen how he wears that armor. That guy
Honestly,
hasn't seen 1 hour in the field.
Honestly, it being a little smaller helps us get it in there.
Well,
Just say it.
yeah, let's hope it does. So, this is a large piece of metal junk that I don't think it even can cut butter. But we need to have this. You need to sparkle a little glow on it, okay? So I have to ask you to go to the one of the blacksmiths here in town. His name is Lavari. He's a dwarf, very skilled on his craft, and he is one of the few people that he's one of the few blacksmiths that works the office of the art of the rune marking on weapons and armor.
Oh,
His price is very salty, but you can give him this special Lexi Rose gold coin here, and she gives you a gold coin that looks the exact size, but it has a mark on it, like a carved on it like a LR, and tell him that you only need this thing to glow and look magical. Not it doesn't need to do anything else. Okay.
Looks like Chris is coming. Yay.
Sounds like a plan.
Yay. Yeah, so let's go
Alright.
take this thing.
Let's go
Pick
get
up
it
Ned on the
fake
way?
enchanted.
But yeah. Yeah, we'll go take this to get enchanted and get ourselves a Ned on the way.
Okay.
Okay.
And have you took your time to give a thought on how are you going to approach this job?
Healthily.
Yeah.
We have some friends who move some pretty quietly, and we'll use some charming ways to distract the guards to hopefully let them slip in at nighttime, since there are lower guard levels in the evening.
I see, and you know this by... You did a stakeout?
We did last night, yes.
Oh, I see.
Tracked the guards' movements, saw when they went lower. You know, the usual.
The usual. Exactly. Thank you for keeping my hopes high. And I have to ask, if you don't want to answer that, please, you don't have to, but have you paid a visit to my friend Agnes?
Not
No.
yet.
Oh,
We respected your wishes, since you said she was a friend.
wow. You are better to work with than I expected.
Friends.
Blythe is just petting her Tressum and says, "It's a pleasure."
If you go through this job successfully, I might be able to schedule a meeting with our guildmaster. She is a very intelligent and she understands how society works. I think you like her.
Blythe's just gonna look at Vita because this is her world.
I mean, we can use all of the friends that we can get, so that would be helpful.
Yeah, happy to take it into consideration. That would be wonderful.
It's my pleasure. Just waiting to see how well are you going to handle this.
Understood.
I almost forgot. This is a personal gift that I'm giving to you. Spend it wisely. And she puts a small packet that it looks like from the outside that is filled with something on the table.
Thank you.
We'll make good use of it.
She smiles and, well, good luck.
Vita's gonna
don't
look
need-
inside when she leaves.
Thanks, but we don't need luck.
Break a leg.
We got skill.
Preferably not,
And she leaves.
but thank you. And that's when Vita looks in the bag.
Okay, you open it. It looks like it's magical in nature, but what your eyes can see is a powder that resembles very fine sand.
I'll do a ritual identify then.
Okay.
Yeah, Vita just holds the open bag out like, I have
For
no
10
idea what this
minutes.
is.
Just hold it. I said, just hold it open. And like Blythe is just gonna ritually cast identify for 10 minutes on it.
Start singing and using spreading burning incenses and stuff like that to understand the item in the middle of the tavern. But okay. The barkeep looks at you puzzled, but then he thinks, well, you're friends of Lexi. Okay, go on, whatever you are doing there. And you identify it as a packet of dust of disappearance. There is enough of it for one use. When you use an action to throw the dust into the air, you and each creature and object within 10 feet of you become invisible for 2d4 minutes. The duration is the same for all subjects, and the dust is consumed when its magic takes effect. If a creature affected by the dust attacks or casts a spell, the invisibility ends for that creature.
Ooh.
Now we got a way in. Or a
Or
way
a way out. If we could save it for a way out, I think that'd be even better, to be honest.
Yeah.
The biggest thing I'm concerned about is how we're going to get this sword into it, because I think it's probably a little too large for Vita to carry and do her hop.
But I can probably carry it as if it's like, if I look like one of the guards.
Yeah, fair. Fair. And Vita can get into the house and scope out where it's going, so you at least have a straight line of knowing exactly where to go.
Yeah.
Once you're in.
Okay.
Well, hang on. 2d4 minutes, right?
Yes.
Yeah, not a lot of time.
It depends on what we... If Vita were to go in first and find exactly where it's hidden, the object, she then sends a message back out. You can use the dust right then and there, walk right in, come right to where I'm at, or where Vita's at, and walk right back out.
But then one of the sword, like the sword that's inside, won't be invisible, so it'll just be a floating sword walking through the air. That might raise suspicions. Plus, I don't love the idea of you going in alone.
Wait. Thought. This won't fix the issue of the sword not being invisible, but if we have Ned back to be our distraction, I can Misty step.
Ned popped out of his coma.
Hello, Ned.
If we have Ned back to be a distraction, and I have me and my familiar, I can Misty step inside with y'all, like inside the gate, basically. Send the familiar in as like the scout to find the path, or the familiar with Vita. But I could send the familiar in and have the familiar guide you exactly where we're going. Or I also have the unseen servant, which has a 60-foot range. It can be 60 feet away from me.
Okay, so give me the rundown. What are we trying to do?
Infiltration, theft, replacement, exfil.
Okay.
I'm not inherently sneaky, but I'm not like... It's not like... I have a +2 to stealth, so it's not like it's a negative. But if I have the unseen servant, that's 60... I can stay 60 feet away from places, basically.
Could Invisible Squidly be of any help?
Yes.
Actually, Invisible Squidly would be a great help, but also, you might be more helpful distracting the guards.
I mean, Squidly can act independently. I can assign him to one of you guys, and you guys can direct him. You just won't be able to see through his eyes like I do.
What if we have you send Squidly in first, go through the
Find the
mansion,
spot.
yeah, find the sword before
Okay.
we go in,
Yes, so we can map it.
and then we know where to go.
Okay.
Yes.
I can have Spidely go in and scope it out and make us a map, and I can see through his eyes to mark all that down so we have a game plan.
Now,
Yeah,
somebody said Misty Step.
I have Misty Step.
How many times can you use that?
3,
What's the distance on it?
30 feet.
So if it could get you inside the doors, and then we take
I have
you
to-
right to the.
I have to be able to see where I'm going.
What
Can
if
you
you
use
see through an
Daisy in
open
concert
window?
with that?
Yeah, I think. Well, and like, so, Ariel, is the gate like completely like hard fence, or is it like a fence we can see through?
Yeah, you can see through both the gate and the fence around it.
So to at least get me in the fence
The green.
Well,
around
and
it.
out the fence.
You mean the
We've
outer
established
gate,
that
right?
you can.
Yeah. It wouldn't get me in the house, but it would
Yeah.
get me inside the like grounds, basically.
Exactly, yeah, on the terrain.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect.
I was just thinking you could use it to Misty Step in through one of the windows that you see.
Yeah.
We give you the sword, you Misty Step back out. We don't have to worry about the sword being invisible.
Well, that's where like even if I don't Misty Step back out, like I have that unseen servant that can move 60 feet from me, so it can be what's carrying the replica sword. And getting the sword from the place.
Yeah, but then we'll still have just like a floating sword situation.
Yeah.
Both ways.
But it also, I think it depends on how many. We make a decision once we see how many, like, because there's also like it's gonna be nighttime, so it's not like the house is gonna be bustling.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, whatever you guys
Alright.
want to do.
I'm excited about this half a plan. Let's do this.
Let's squidly in there and see the inside of that house.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we gotta go to the enchant the blacksmith first anyway. So.
Yeah. And pick up Ned.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Ned has been neck deep in performance. When you like open the door to his room, he looks like Blythe after her study sessions.
Okay.
Wiped.
Yeah.
Bro,
Ned,
are we doing something?
Ned, you spend so much time rehearsing and practicing your show that you now have advantage on your performance check when you finally.
Perfect. That was all according to plan. My son going down for 2 hours was part of my plan to get advantage on this one check.
I know that. That's why. Okay. So on your way, then it's all in the same straight line. So you first go get Ned, then the blacksmith, and then on the same path you go to the Silver Lake estate. Also, Ned, the guy that you are trying to rob is the knight that you met on the road to Monsdorf.
Oh, good. I was hopeful.
Perfect. So you go grab Ned, and now you went into the blacksmith's smithy. As you walk, you see this very, very it's not big in a sense like of it's not its size that is big, the size of the building, but you feel like the walls are thick, and it's in a general way you sense that it's something almost like you are entering a cavern, or you are entering on the inside of a mountain. Something that's the feeling that it brings you. As you enter, you feel a wave of heat meeting you, probably coming from the furnaces and the fire of the smelter itself. You see that the first part is like a meeting place, like a entry hall, and then there's a very big metal door that leads to the smithy itself. So as you enter, you are received by what looks like an assistant, an AD, something like that. He
I don't know if you show the coin first or if you ask for Lavari, but either way, he takes up front and then leads you towards that big metal door that I described, and you see among with other workers the one that is kind of leading ordering the work around the forge, the man called Lavari.
Mhm.
What do you do?
Well, I speak to him in Dwarvish. Oi, you Lavari?
See? Quem é você? I wonder if we can speak Portuguese and Italian and understand it ourselves.
Maybe a bit, but I don't think we would. But yeah.
Okay, so
Let's
in
keep it in
Dwarvish,
English.
do I know
Yeah.
you, friend?
No, you don't. I just came here, but a friend told us to come here for a special job, and I show him the coin.
Okay. He looks at the coin. He curses in Dwarvish, and then he says, "What does Lexi want? I told her I'm not interested in doing her dirty job."
Hey, I know, but it's something simple. Something simple. I take the sword. Basically, this one should be glowing or something.
Glowing or something? You
Mhm.
must be kidding me.
Why? I mean, okay, fine, it's a human sword, but come on.
What I do here is art. It's not like make things glow. I enhance tools of craft. I am not a mere conjurer of cheap tricks, if that's what you think of me.
Oh no, absolutely not. At this point, like Urist leans over, like whispering, "Look, this human had this sword made, and this is supposed to be a replica of a great sword, and they gave her a bastard sword, and she didn't know it. Okay, so this is the material we're working with. But a job is a job, so work with me here, okay?"
Okay, Urist, even though he's not very welcoming of everything you said to him so far, you know that this is like very for a dwarf, this is like very heartwarming conversation. First
Yes,
time
I know.
conversation. So yeah, go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Okay, persuasion, which
I
I
know it's
do
not
not
your
have.
strong side, but
I have like a +1.
I'm just gonna lay on hand on his shoulder and guide him into a wonderfully charismatic experience.
Take a bardic inspiration while you're at it, and I'd give you a slap on the butt.
yeah, for everyone that doesn't understand Dwarvish, you think they are about to go and
Natural 20.
Nat 20. Let's go, guys. Yeah, for everyone else
go.
that don't understand Dwarvish, you feel like they are almost going to throw a punch or two, the way they talk aggressively at each other. But and then you go just, good luck, guidance.
Okay,
I'm
so
gonna
it's,
just stand really close behind Urist because I think they're about to fight.
23 with guidance.
Take a bardic while you're at it.
I already rolled a 20.
It's fine, yeah. So this is the bardic for later needs that we'll definitely need it for.
Yeah.
Yes.
He says, "Give me the sword. Let me take a look at it." You have not yet unpacked the sword, right?
Yeah, I do it now.
Okay. So as you do, just so you can picture it in your heads, this is the bastard sword. That should be a
Oh
great sword.
god. Oh god. That's so impractical. Ugh. Ugh. It hurts my eyes.
Yeah, let's say that as you unpacked it, you both say at the same time, it's so impractical. Like, you had the same thought of it.
Yes.
But he looks at it and he says, he gasps. Okay, so I need to make this piece of crap glow. That's what Lexi asked for, right?
Yes.
And how did you ended up working for her, Kingsman? Tell me. And he says that, taking the sword to a workbench and starting grabbing some tools and equipment.
It's kind of a long story. So, you see, I left the fortress home because I wanted to make a name for myself and come back to my family with enough trophies to earn my place. And so I met those people and I fought with them. And you know how it goes when you fight with someone, when you're out in the battlefield with them, like back by back, they become your brothers in arms. It's a favor to them. I can't refuse. That would be dishonoring.
Yes. You should value true friendship.
Oh, I do.
I'll not ask you about your job for a member of a thief guild, but yeah, I do this kind of work for Lexi because she pays very, very well. And although my facility here is very well packed and I have all the help that I need, I am saving up some cash for the future. You see,
Yes.
I have a fiance very far away from here.
Oh. Where?
You wouldn't know. It's a small village some 4 days from here. It's called Torpe.
Torpe?
Yeah, even though you are not here understanding Dwarvish, you can understand Torpe.
Oh, but we've been
It's
there.
uncomfortably.
We've actually like solved a lot of problems. Like the sleeping sickness. Have you heard?
Sleeping sickness. No.
Yeah.
What is that?
There was like some sort of devil or demon that was spreading a sickness and people couldn't sleep.
They couldn't
And
sleep, right?
yeah, but we solved that. We found the bastard responsible and killed him. This is how I met my friends.
I see. Well, good for you. I don't think.
So-
I don't think that a sleep problem would harm my fiance. You see, my fiance is an elf.
Oh, Daenerys?
Daenerys.
Rhaenys.
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 Sorry. Sorry. Rhaenys?
The cleric? No.
She's the only elf we saw there. But hey, man, I'm happy for you.
Oh, thank.
At
And
least-
what
least
about you?
you are-
Sorry, go on.
At least you two avoided my fate. and like Urist struggles. Actually,
And what about you, kids? Haven't you found love yet?
love? No. But let's say that my family had already a marriage arranged for me, and I wasn't exactly thrilled by the idea. I'm too young to marry.
Yeah. As you can
So-
guess, a marriage with an elf was not exactly planned by my family either.
I getcha. Later on, when I have more money, I might bring you business. If I see you have a good forge and you are a skilled runesmith, I might have money for you if you can enchant my weapon. Yes.
Money is always welcome. Also,
Oh yes.
I might have a discount for a couple, so if you bring someone with you. But be quick about it, because once I save enough money, I'll be gone from this town, from this city.
Ned hears distant
I-
pop punk.
Oh, I will try to be back as soon as possible. Hopefully, I will earn enough money with mercenary work before you pack up and leave.
Good. And
I'll leave you to your work.
while you were having that conversation, he was working on the room making, and you saw him grabbing some special hammer and the other part of the that you hammer the thing with, and he started.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, and he
Hammer and the chisel.
the chisel. Thank you. But it's not a problem of my English vocabulary. I don't know the word for that in Portuguese as well. It's nothing. It's not a thing on my day to day. So yeah. So he grabbed two of those, and you can see that those as well have glowing runes carved on them, and he carved a very simple rune. It's just two slashes on the not on the blade but on the hilt, and he blew on the hilt to spread the dust, and he started enchanting, speaking enchantment words, and as he speaks, the runes start glowing, and then then the light goes off. He takes the sword, he gives it to you. Hold it. Are you holding
Yeah.
it?
Yep. Urist holds it like, yeah, unbalanced. That's all shit. This is a piece of crap. Looks pretty. That's all it does. Ugh.
Oh, I'm glad that you liked it. Now try to activate it.
Okay. Urist concentrates it and wills it to make it glow. Since it's dwarven runes, should be easy.
Okay. When you concentrate on it, a blinding light starts glowing and it illuminates the whole forge, and it's so strong that I need you all to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no.
Except for yours.
Okay.
The user
Okay.
This is fine.
Oh no. This is fine. We're fine.
I've been back for 5 minutes and I'm already about to die.
If it's
blinding light, would I be at disadvantage? Because of my drow.
No, you can roll it normal.
Okay.
Poor
Doesn't matter.
Vita.
Yeah, this is not a natural situation. This is only the DM trying to fuck with you. So. Okay, so
Thanks for being upfront about that.
Blythe and Ned, you managed to shield your eyes in time, but both Vida and Chandara, the light was too strong for you, and now you are blinded for 2 hours.
Oh no!
Where did everybody go?
Okay. I turn it off. Whoa.
And you see all the other workers on the other parts of the fort. Oh my eyes! What is going on?
Sorry.
One of them lets the hammer fall on his toe, and he's like, "Oh my god!" And all of a sudden, it's a whole mess. But Lavari doesn't seem to be phased by it. He says, he is with his arms crossed, and he says, "Maybe I should have toned down a little bit, but yeah, you said that Lexi wanted some flashy lights, didn't you? Here they are."
Yes. To be honest,
You're not wrong.
I would like to be there when the human activates it.
Yeah, if you're not holding it, then you might get blind. You know that.
Yes, but I've seen the human. He would probably blind himself.
Ah, well, if that's all that you
Alright.
need, then you can get the hell out of my face.
Sure thing, Kingsman. Be well.
Yeah, try.
Urist, your people are always so hospitable.
Alright, guys, we're out.
I start walking
Oh,
in the
where?
wrong direction.
Vita walks into a wall.
Oh no!
Those who can see, take. Those who can't, by the hand. And we get
Ned
back.
puts a little harness on Squidly and turns Squidly into a seeing eye squid.
Blythe just holds Dara's hand and says, "Come with me. Let's go."
Okay.
Urist guides
Squidly
Vita.
tries to leave Vita around, but he just kind of floats there like a balloon.
Yeah, that does
Company.
that's no good. Okay, Smashy.
Let's go.
Okay.
Okay. So, you go directly to the estate then, right?
Right.
Yep.
2 hours later,
Okay. We're gonna wait
and we
for-
can see.
Yeah. It takes
Until nighttime to infiltrate anyway, so.
Yeah.
you take some time until you all regain your eyesight, but eventually your eyes are back to normal. So you still have some hours after you wait for the 2 hours. There's still some 5 hours to nightfall. So what are you going to do?
Well, regarding Urist, he will take off his armor, so his stealth is not compromised. To
Do we want to rent
maximize.
a room again? Do we want to rent a room again? Just in case.
We can.
Just so it have as a holding place to store things too.
Might be a good place to hide. If...
Okay.
Yeah, let's rent a room again. Spend another 30 gold.
Yeah.
Blythe looks at Ned and said, "Can you get us a better deal? The guy wouldn't budge on me. He charged me $25 for 25 gold for a room last night."
Let me see what I can do. Ned strolls up to the barkeep and says, "My good man, I understand that there might be a deal to have on a room here."
really. Well,
Well,
I actually don't. I actually had to make a specific situation led me to make an I forgot to. What is with me and words today? I swear.
same, my man.
Um, I'm writing down exception. Yes, please, 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 please.
An
Remember
exception.
words.
Oh,
I had to make an exception yesterday for a young lady that came from far away. She wouldn't have another place to sleep, but I don't want to get a infamous for driving people out of my inn. So
I mean, Lord knows you. One as hospitable as yourself would not want to gather such a reputation, especially considering they're traveling with me as my entourage. Perhaps you've heard of me, clairvoyant, world-renowned bard.
making a persuasion check. Yeah, okay. I mean, ask for Ned. Ask for odds or even, please. Call odds or even.
Evens.
Okay. So make another persuasion roll. You have advantage on the check. Okay.
God damn it.
Clairvoyant. Oh, I think I heard that name before. You are an artist or something like that, right?
I like that term. Artist is a great term for what I do.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice knowing that you chose my inn of all the other inns, but no exceptions today. I have
Damn.
No
but one vague room on the top floor. Is my top tier presidential room. Even if I don't know
God.
what the president is, because I live in a monarchy.
Hmm. Do I want to press this, or do we just want to let it roll?
Much it is.
What?
See how much it is. He said he has
How much
like a
is it?
present. Yeah.
Yeah, it costs 50 gold.
50 gold.
Just take it or leave it, friend.
I've really got to start rolling intimidation more. My intimidation's better than my persuasion.
Yeah, well. I asked for the check based on your roleplay. You were more like the suave.
I know, I know.
I mean,
I mean,
it's
do you
either
guys
we do
wanna-
that, or someone has to watch over Urist's armor.
I'll pay for it.
Can pitch in.
Yeah.
I put
I mean,
50 gold on the table.
we're making 1,000 gold off of this. We've dropped 25 and we're dropping another 50. It's not the end of the world.
Can we submit an expense report to Lexi?
I think that's what the upfront gold was for.
Damn.
It'll
Ned
do
added
it. It's
back
worth
to
it.
hold in his list.
Yeah, it's worth it to have a recon place and a place to stay to not draw attention to ourselves over the next couple hours anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's 50 gold. Take it or leave it.
Yeah, I paid for it. I put it on the counter.
Okay, perfect. So here.
14, 15, 16.
Have you heard that, everyone? We have a performer here standing at my inn. Cheers for clairvoyant! Yeah.
Ned makes a mental note to burn this tavern down too.
He gives you the key. It's all yours. For one night, that is.
Let's do it. Let's go enjoy.
Okay.
All right, we'll head up to the room.
Okay.
What do you guys want to do now? You wait for the nightfall?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'll have Daisy just kind of doing another like recon sweep above.
Okay.
Do we want to send Squiddly in?
Yeah, that's probably a good time to send Squidly and Mr. Invisible Squidly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so one quick question to everyone. How are we in regards to time? Because it's...
Yeah.
I have nowhere to be tomorrow.
All right.
I have to be at a conference at 7
Oh yeah,
tomorrow morning.
you are on the conference schedule thingy.
But I'm okay. Like, I don't think I'm actually doing all that much in this heist as of right now. It seems like we're doing more stealth route, and like we had a way to use me, but we don't have to. Especially now that Ned's here, so I can play until I need to go, basically. And you guys can keep going if you need to. I probably need to head off around 11:30, 11:45, but I'm okay with y'all keeping on going, and because I'm fine with that.
Okay,
Groovy.
All right.
so let us keep playing for more. Yeah, it's because I don't know. I think the heist is going to be like way longer than just a couple more minutes.
Okay.
So I think.
Okay. Do you think it's be more than like 30, probably?
Yeah.
Okay.
That depends on what is going to happen. I mean, if you take only
Yeah.
20s on your checks, then and just go in, go out, nothing happens.
Yeah. It's up to y'all. I'll probably need to head off soon, but you guys can keep playing if you want. I won't be offended.
I think for the sake of a better session, a better heist overall, because it's a secret. This whole session was not planned ahead. I planned for the egg for the turtle triplets and something for the royal family.
And then we plot twist right into Lexi off of a
Yeah.
encounter check.
A
Woohoo!
random encounter, yeah. But well, I mean, this is what you guys want to do. Then let's do this. But for the sake of a good quest overall, I say that you guys make your last planning movements right now. But before you start the heist itself, let us call for the night and start it fresh next week. What you guys say?
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay.
We'll go with that.
So Squidly is going invisible, and anything else you guys want to do?
And Daisy's just gonna keep doing like a recon swoops in the air. I can roll a stealth check for her if you want.
Okay.
Urist will take position in the field.
Oh, Daisy was
Venus.
seen.
Vita's hood is up.
Flying cat?
What? Yeah, I have a Tressum. So I sacrificed. We talked about this last session. I sacrificed having. I can't change her shape,
Mm-hmm.
but I have a flying cat.
No, I know, but that's the joke. Is like you roll bad on stealth, and somebody walking by.
Oh.
Is that a flying cat?
Oh, okay. Okay, I was like, I thought you were like, you have a flying cat? I was like, yeah, I do. She's
No, I
adorable.
remember. I love flying Daisy. My wife does
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. Is that a flying cat? Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's not very good for recon this round.
Okay.
You need a check from Squidly?
Yes. Well, he is invisible. Make a stealth check on advantage. But I mean, he has a... Okay, 20.
You roll
Yeah,
twice.
20 both times.
Yeah, both rolled down to 20. So yeah, an invisible floating eye. Actually, I unlocked a memory recently. There is a company that did video games on the mid 2000s that is called Neversoft that has a walking eye as a mascot. The company
Yes.
that made the Tony Hawks for the PlayStation 2.
Yes.
I recently was thinking, where did I know a floating island? It came. Anyways, a flying eye, invisible eye, is able to go there completely unnoticed. Ned, so you can see the house that you are about to do the heist. The top of the map here is obviously the insides of the house are with shadows, but you can see the surrounding area, the gardens and whatnot. It's a two-story mansion. It's a very uh, big in all directions, and this time you fly around it and you see that there are at least 3 open windows where you can enter the house if you want. And while Squidly was floating around, you can hear a guard say, "What the hell is that? Is that a flying cat? Go grab the net! Let's capture it! I want it!"
I'm gonna like keep just flying just out of reach. Keep like teasing them and playing with them, basically doing the cat thing of like, come and get me, come and get me, you
Okay.
can't get me.
Okay. Then 4 out of the 6 guards are distracted trying to capture Daisy. And only if you want, make a. I want the Tressing to make a charisma-based check. You can roll either, I think, performance or, I mean, if he doesn't have any skill points, then it's just a flat charisma check.
Okay. It's okay, +1.
There's not going to be a better chance. Oof.
Yeah. Okay. So, unfortunately, the Tressing is able only to distract and bait the guards for 1 round, like 1 minute. Let's say, because we are not counting initiative. So it's
Awesome.
only 1 minute before the guards go back to their posts.
That's
I mean,
a
that-
minute that Vita uses to get inside.
Same with Squidly. Squidly's going invisible and going in.
Okay. You were nearby, Vita? Oh, you rolled your stealth. Okay, so you enter the like the patio, the gardens, and you were hidden, waiting for the guards to be distracted.
I was waiting for an opportunity, yep.
Okay, so that's perfect. Okay, so next session then, Squidly and Vita are going in. If you want, I don't know if that's your intention here, but Squidly saw the windows on the 2nd floor, and if you want, Vita, you can enter through the 1st floor, so you can scour more thoroughly, cover more ground.
Yeah.
Let me think on that one,
Okay.
and I'll let you know when we start session.
Okay. Then let's call it a night. Thank you guys. I had a blast today. Really happy that you guys are very into this campaign, very into your characters. Even
Yeah, this was fun.
even this
Yeah,
Yes.
very much so.
sidey quest, you guys are very into it. So I like it very much.
Sorry I was late today, guys. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Ain't no
Oh,
problem,
God,
man.
okay.
Family
No
first.
problem.
Yeah.
Yes.
It wouldn't be a silly
Absolutely.
heist without Ned.
Right?
Fly.
Alright, y'all. Night.
Night.
Good night.
man.
Good
See
night.
you guys next week.
Bye, everybody.